Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Once again, my name is Shawana Fiajmoko Football. Another wonderful evening, and it is time for me to today share my view on an important uh, awards that came up today, and then the exit of Manchester United manager Eric Ten Hag. Eric Ten Hag. So, in the next few minutes, I'll be deliberating on these two important news that is circulating across the whole world. And indeed, I must confess, there are mixed reactions between the Ballon d'Or winner and the second in command. That is Rodri of Spain and Manchester City, and Vinicius Junior of Real Madrid. So if you look at the screen, you can see Vinicius Junior's picture. This is Vinicius Junior here. And then this is also Rodri also over there. And then we have Coach Ruben Amorim. This is Ruben Amorim. He is also Sporting Lisbon manager, and he is tipped to replace Eric Ten Hag here. Ten Hag is now out or sacked as Manchester United manager. So now there's a need for a new manager to take charge of the club. So authorities are still talking to others, but according to the latest update, Ruben Amorim, this guy right here, he is the man in contention. He is the man in contention. He is probably likely to be appointed as the new Manchester United manager. At the moment, they have Ruud van Nistelrooy, another former player of Manchester United, who was also assistant to Ten Hag. He's been assigned to do an interim uh, job until a substantive manager is signed or is called upon to replace Eric Ten Hag. Let me first begin with the Eric Ten Hag sacking, and then after that, I will come to the other verdicts, and that is where I will be deliberating on the Ballon d'Or circumstances, I will say, the Ballon d'Or circumstances. So let me first begin with the sacking of Eric Ten Hag. Eric Ten Hag was relieved of his post today at Manchester United after failing to win against West Ham United. And the game, I watched the game myself, and I can say that that was another error, officiating error, that caused Manchester United the defeat. At least they should have at least got a draw from that game. But unfortunately, they were denied with a late penalty converted in the 90th minute. So if you watch the game very well, that penalty was very controversial. There was a lot of controversies surrounding that penalty decision. So honestly, to me, I don't see that to be a penalty, but well, that was what the officials called. So basically, at the end of the day, it was awarded against Manchester, and then that incident also caused Eric Ten Hag's uh, position as the manager for Manchester United. So for that one, I would say it can be coincidence or also blessings for majority of the Manchester United faithful who were calling for Ten Hag's removal, including myself. Yes, of course. I was also calling for the sacking of Eric Ten Hag because I would say his performance to me not quite encouraging. So I am, to be honest, I'm very happy to see him fired. That one I cannot hide it. I'm really happy to see Ten Hag fired. But I also say that Ten Hag got himself into this problem because his approach or attitude towards the Manchester United job was not up to the standard, because this was a man to me who came into the team with a lot of promise because of what he did for Ajax Amsterdam. So many were of the view that Ten Hag will come to Manchester United and then bring on board majority of the youthful players from the academy, and then he can integrate them from the academy to the senior team. But unfortunately for Erik Ten Hag, since taking over from Manchester United, he decided to abandon that academy structure procedure and then decided to continue by buying superstars from other teams to join Manchester United, and that cost him, because he came and inherited a majority of quality youthful players who once won the FA Cup. They won the Youth FA Cup. So basically that tells you these are potential future superstars for Manchester United. So if you're a coach and then you come into a club who have very strong academy, where players between the ages of 18, 17, 16 were able to win English FA Cup, then it tells you you have a future as a manager. So all you need to do is to make sure you integrate most of the academy players into the senior team so that you can blend both the old and new together. But Ten Hag never go through that angle, but he decided to bring his own quality players, sack or sell some of the Manchester United players, and they brought on board his players. They brought Andre Onana, while by then United have a fantastic goalkeeper, David De Gea. He was one of the best goalkeepers in the world, but Ten Hag let him go. He let Dean Henderson also left the club. He was also another fantastic goalkeeper, a former England under 20 goalkeeper, then the English national team goalkeeper as well. So basically, you have a very good goalkeeper in the person of Dean Henderson, and then David De Gea. But this man these two goalkeepers left the club, and then brought Andre Onana and then Ate Bayando from Turkey. Meanwhile, the two goalkeepers you had already at Manchester United, they are very good and even better than Onana and Ate Bayando. Honestly, I'm being honest here. These two goalkeepers you let go were better than the two you brought into the team. In another development, you brought a defender. You brought Tarek Malacia, a left back. United by then have brilliant youth or academy left backs. They have Brendan Williams, who plays at left back and sometimes right back. They have Alvaro Fernandez, who also plays at left back, a very promising future player. And then you have Harry Amas, another fantastic left back from the academy. Beside that, senior player like Luke Shaw was also there. But instead of having faith in the academies, you decided to bring Malacia. And unfortunately, Malacia got injured. And it's been out for quite a long time. At right back, Manchester have brilliant right back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, very young player. You came into the club, you sold Wan-Bissaka to West Ham. He played against Manchester United, and West Ham beat your team 2-1. The right back you sold. You understand? So all these were the lapses Ten Hag incurred when he was in charge at Manchester United. Manchester were having some key young talent like Andres Pereira of Fulham, Tahith Chong of Nottingham Forest, Elanga, Tahith Chong, Andres Pereira. All those were players who were tested in the Premiership before by former Manchester United managers like Jose Mourinho, what do you call it? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, David Moyes. Those are players, these coaches tested them when they were in charge. So at least they have been able to at least test the Premiership flavor and they are from the youth ranks on the same club. So basically, integrating them to the senior team will never be difficult for you. Hannibal was one of the potential future midfielders. You sold him. Zidane, another potential future midfielder. You sold Zidane. Angel Gomez, who was recently called into the English national team. You sold him. Then again, we also had Botwick Jackson, another brilliant right back. That guy too was let go. And then a lot of them, a lot of them. So all these academy players were players who can play in the mainstream Manchester United team. Like Kambuala, you invited Kambuala from the academy to the senior squad. Within a short time, you sold Kambuala. You brought Matthijs de Ligt, you brought Mazraoui, you brought Anthony, who has been a shadow of himself, he's not been able to perform up to the standard of Manchester United. You have Amad Diallo, brilliant player, but using him has been a problem. You use him today, you rest him tomorrow. So Erik ten Hag cost himself the job because he spent even this year 220 million pounds sterling. But still, Manchester United are struggling. Still struggling. You let go Cristiano Ronaldo, brilliant player, senior player, former player of Manchester United. But because of your arrogance and attitude, Ronaldo left. Jadon Sancho, the same thing. You had issues with Jadon Sancho. Because you were coaching Ajax. Ajax is a smaller club where most of the players are from the academy. But players with big names, you can't just manage them like you are managing an academy player. No. The level of managing Cristiano Ronaldo or Jadon Sancho can never be the same as managing Alejandro Garnacho or maybe Kobbie Mainoo or Omari Forson. Omari Forson to you sold Omari Forson. So all this accounted to your downfall today. So Ten Hag fired at Manchester United. Good news. I embrace that. I wish him good luck and he will learn a lot from this because you will never get a bigger club again like Manchester United to manage. You never get the chance to go to Barcelona, Real Madrid, Chelsea, whatever. You probably go back to the smaller clubs to rebuild from there. You've missed a brilliant opportunity. So the sacking of Erik ten Hag, there is also an information that they want to bring on board Ruben Amorim from Sporting Lisbon in Portugal. So now authorities are talking to him. So I don't want to say much at the moment. He is in charge at Porto, what they call Sporting Lisbon. Their league is ongoing. Sporting are leading. They have played 9 games, won all 9, and scored a lot of goals. So probably he is likely to take over the club. And I heard they also spoke to Xavi from Spain, former Barcelona manager, which to me maybe that one won't materialize. But at the moment, Ruben from Portugal is in full control. So this is what I have for Manchester United. But let's go to the Ballon d'Or today. That is one thing that to me, I would say it's a total robbery. The Ballon d'Or, to me, Rodri don't deserve it. Rodri don't deserve the Ballon d'Or. If you compare his style of play, even though the two players are far from each other in terms of play, Rodrigo is more like a winger, and then you can also play him as an attacker. But Rodri is also a midfielder, both defensively and then sometimes a little bit of offensive. So He's a midfielder and Vinicius is attacker. So you can see the two are a bit different. But to me, if you look at the style of play, how both players play soccer, it tells you Vinicius Jr. to me is ahead of Rodri. But this is an UEFA competition. I know the Europeans, they are biased. Let me be fact here. UEFA are biased because they didn't want somebody from the southern part of Europe to come and win. The South American player, somebody coming from all the way Brazil, player from South America, come to Europe and win. To me, that is what I think. They use that to rob him. When Messi won the Ballon d'Or, Messi, you can't compare him. When Messi was playing together with Ronaldo, the two are two exceptional players in the whole world. That you can't give it to Ronaldo without Messi. When it is Ronaldo, it's clear you will give it to him. When it is Messi, it is clear. Because the two play extra football nobody can play. But Vinicius Jr., Rodri, Vinicius is not that super special like Messi or super special like Ronaldo. So eventually, if you want to at least pick him and another person from Europe who the two are slightly close, you basically give it to the Europeans. So I think they rob Vinicius Jr. That is my point of view. If you have different view, you can put it on the comment section and then let's discuss. But to me, I would say Rodri got this not on a silver platter. To me, I was advocating for Vinicius Jr., even though I'm not a Real Madrid fan, but I was in full support of Vinicius Jr. because I've watched him on a number of occasions, and comparing him and Rodri, I might say he is far better than Rodri. But this is an annual event, and maybe next year, Vinny, if he still continues to push or play more better, I think he can reclaim the title from Rodri. I don't see Rodri defending this title like how Messi and Ronaldo used to do. So next year there will be a new force to take over the Ballon d'Or position. But I would say thank you to Rodri, even though I'm not happy with the verdict going on your side. But since you've been able to achieve this feat, there's no point of me rejecting you. I'm not happy, but I'll congratulate you for this great achievement. Hope to see you next year at the same podium. Vinicius, this is not the end. You're a very young guy. You can be better next time and even become the world best. So please, don't lose hope. So keep pushing, okay? All right. So Mr. Ten Hag, thank you for your time at Manchester United. All was not well, and you are one of the young coaches who got this easy opportunity, but you failed to stamp on your authority. So please, better luck next time in your next destination. This is where I'll bring this program down. My name is Yao, and if I came here to also share my view on the sacking of Erik ten Hag and Rodri becoming the new world best player ahead of Vinicius Jr. and Ruben Amorim of Sporting Lisbon is also likely to become the next Manchester United manager. I hope many Manchester fans are so happy because most left the club because of the poor result coming from Erik ten Hag and his charges. So at least new Manchester United, new players probably will be coming from the academy to join the senior team. I don't think the new coach will be buying too many players to add up to the current squad list, but at least the academy, there are equally better or equally good players who can also join hands with the senior team, play well, and let United get back to the days of Alex Ferguson. We've been humiliated for quite a long time. And I believe this is the time for a new manager to make things happen better. Once again, thank you very much for watching. But let me remind you, on the 7th of December, your vote to change the face of Ghana is voting for the new first president, Nana Kwame Bediako, to lead Ghana so we can enjoy the industrialization program lineup for this wonderful young man. 44 years old, but he owns 800 houses. 800 houses. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible, Nana Kwame Bediako. I'll be back. But I'll be back with politics on my next video. Thank you very much.